everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Welcome to a new Tuesday tip video. Hey, today's tip kind of was a light bulb moment for me. I was working on a project and I was using my Stampin Blends, but I wanted a very nice soft color behind my blends. Well, what I found is as I was working with those blends, the actual stamped image got a little dull when I went over it with the blends. Today's tip is going to be about how I solved that problem and made a fantastic overlay for my stamped image with those Stampin' Blends. I'm excited to share this one. Like I said, huge light bulb moment for me, but I can't wait to continue to use this tip and I hope it inspires you too. So let's go get started. All right, so here is the image that I created that kind of inspired today's tip. So I created this great focal image for my card. This was done with the prized peony stamp set. This is one of our brand new stamp sets in the 2021 catalog. I love the detail. Oh my gosh, I love all the detail in the flower, in the leaves. But after I colored it with my Stampin' Blends, do you see, especially here in the leaves, just some of the detail kind of got a little lost after I went over it with those blends. So I'm going to share my tip of how I was able to take this and really make it pop. Are you ready? I used my Stamparatus. This thing changed my life. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I've got my cardstock here, and of course I've got my flower. I did this card, I did it in crumb cake. I didn't want the tuxedo black that's a little dark for this really nice soft image. So that is why I wanted to go with crumb cake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp. And yes, you see I've already kind of been working with this one. So I'm going to ink up that stamp. I'm going to place my cardstock here in the corner. And yes, you can see I already lined up that stamp before I got started. We'll give that a nice little back rub. Make sure we get everything nice and inked. Okay, there we go. Now let's do some coloring. So for my card, I chose the Petal Pink and the Just Jade Stampin' Blends. So let me show you what I did. I'm going to start with the fat tip of my dark Petal Pink. And guys, I'm literally just going to scribble some of these darker spots with the dark blend. There's no right or wrong. This is what I love about Stampin' Blends. You do not have to be a good artist. You can be a little sloppy. Doesn't matter because we're going to be blending all these colors. So do you see, I just scribbled on some color there in my dark. Now I will come in with my light and I'm just going to color this in. By the way, you see I have that grid paper underneath me too because Stampin' Blends do bleed through the cardstock. So we want to make sure we don't ruin our table. So we will just color in. Yeah. I mean, guys, this is like coloring you did in grade school. Now that I've done that, I think you can kind of see how it's dulled the color? Do you see it kind of just took some of that crumb cake and just kind of made it a little on the dull side. So I'm actually going to do this exact same technique. I'm going to take the dark Just Jade and I'm just going to draw, again, not being neat and clean, and any of these little dark spots, meaning some of the highlight that's in there, we can come in and we're just going to give that a little bit of work, okay? Now I'm going to take my light and I can blend this together. Now, again, you're going to see the exact same thing. You're going to go, ooh, Connie, it's so dull. And that is where today's magic tip comes in. So you can see, I'm not going to finish coloring everything there, but you can kind of see where that's going. All right, so my image is all colored in. Can you see? There we go. That's where everything is a little bit dull. So we're going to bring our Stamparatus back into the picture. And now my magic. I'm going to slide that back in to my Stamparatus. I'm going to take that crumb cake ink again. And I want to tell you, there's two different ways that you can do this. So I can now take this and stamp again, all right? But I want to go ahead and show you before I stamp it, there are two versions of what it's going to look like. If I stamp after I've inked and stamp directly on it, you notice we're going to have a nice dark image, pretty dark. That's beautiful. Let's say you want to go a little bit lighter. We can do what we call second generation. So I've just inked this up, right? Now we can take it. We're going to stamp off once. That means we're just kind of removing some of that ink. Now we can put our card back in. And here comes our magic, because now we've taken a little bit of that ink off, but do you see? Yeah, we get this gorgeous image behind. So we can take our card from that kind of light image, and we're just going to keep darkening it and darkening it. Let me go ahead and show you a completed card. So just a simple little card that I created with it. Again, now I don't have to worry about any of that detail that was lost. Did a little more stamping here on the inside as well. It's a simple way to take your Stampin' Blends, and when you want to give them that little extra detail, you want to keep your image a little bit softer, bring your Stamparatus in. Guys, this was life-changing for me. It's actually got me even more excited about creating with my Stampin' Blends, and I hope this tip is going to inspire you as well. Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, take a moment to subscribe. There's a great big red subscribe button waiting for you to do that. And if you like today's tip, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. All right, my friends, that is all for me today. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.